Hello, my name is Jeff Kane, and I'm your instructor for motion graphics. Welcome to the class. This is the welcome video, and I'd like to first start off by introducing myself. I'm a designer and an artist, and I live in Lincoln Heights here in Northeast Los Angeles. And I am currently recording this in my studio. So hopefully you'll get to see some things change over the term, because that means I'm going to be as creative as you are in this class. I am new to PCC. I just completed my first year teaching there. Before, I was teaching at USC Roski School of Art and Design for 12 years, where I taught media art and design at the MFA and BFA level. This is actually my first full asynchronous online course. So we'll be getting through this a bit together as I try out new things. The best way to make sure that you guys are engaged and learning as best you can. So I have a long line item of things that we need to get done and communicate in this welcome video. So I've made a little punch list, and hopefully we can get through them quickly and orderly. So to help that, First, I'd like to commend you for enrolling in this class. I think it's great that you're continuing your education and learning about motion graphics. It is an incredibly valuable field because so much of design has now gone to screen-based distribution that adding motion and time to your design work is actually not just a viable option, but a very desirable skill to have. This class is fully online. So we have no actual in-person meetings at all. So everything that we do on this in this course will be done through Canvas, and that will be managing the entire flow of the classroom. However, I know that community is really important in education, and so what I'll be doing is having weekly Q&As. The first Q&A, which will be organized through Zoom, and I will send you an invite through messages, that the first Zoom meeting will be this Friday at noon. This is optional. This is not required part of the class. I'm thinking of it as my office hours in a way that I can meet with a bunch of you all together, field questions about technical things, course flow, or visual and creative brainstorming. I tend to find that as you go through a course, a lot of students have a lot of the same questions at a lot of the same time, and it actually helps a lot that we can answer some of those questions together. So this Friday at noon will be the first time where we will have a Q&A. It is optional. If you have a question, you can't make it, you can email me and I will answer it for the class on the video. Additionally, if I will post a recording of the video to Canvas so you can catch up on anything that you might have missed. For additional Q&A meetings, there is a survey on Canvas. Please fill that out. It's given you day and time options for where we would do the regular Q&As. Wednesdays and Thursdays are best for this because what it will allow is for you to have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to largely get started on coursework. And then we can have questions before we go over to the weekend, where you will have open time to complete projects and work independently. So please fill out that survey on what times on Wednesdays and Thursdays will be best for you to continue having Q&As. 4, I want you to know that this class has a pretty unusually rigorous time commitment. It is a full semester long class. A full semester long class is 144 hours of lab, lecture, and homework. That is condensed into 6 weeks. So that's going to provide you to set aside for 24 hours a week to commit to this class minimum. That's 6 hours of lecture, which will be either pre-recorded videos or reading or other sorts of presentation material. 12 hours of lab time, which will be either lab exercises, creative lab exercises, or technical exercises, and then additional 6 hours of homework. A lot of your lab time will be contributing directly to your homework, so you still will be spending the majority of your time working on your projects. But I just want you to know that this class is expected for you to commit about 24 hours per week to complete this course satisfactorily. 5. We will be having lots of different ways to engage you as far as assignments and activities. And so I'm primarily having 4 different kinds of assignments, and I'm just going to define those right now. 1, I will have a lot of exercises. Exercises tend to be technical examples of specific techniques, and those will often be either content that I have organized for you, or potentially content that's already available online for you to complete a technical exercise that shows you a different part of how After Effects works. The second kind of assignment that we'll have are our creative labs. And the creative labs are times where you can make creative risks. They are short, quick assignments that will allow you to risk and explore and challenge yourself to make creative options with some of the content that we've done. Those will be short turnaround assignments that you might take a couple hours on. And those count as part of your lab work. Additionally, we will have discussions. Discussions and critique will be facilitated primarily online, and we will have discussion forums through Canvas in which you will be posting things and responding to each other and having general conversation. For example, your welcome assignment is a discussion, and filling that out is first orienting you with how these discussion boards work, and it also meets the requirement of a check-in assignment, which online courses are required to have in this country. After discussions, the final and most important part of what you'll be doing is the full assignments. We will be having approximately 1 a week, and these assignments are intended to be creative. The best thing to do with creative work is to bring some of your own interests and own expertise into these assignments. That's the way you are creative. The assignments are designed to challenge you to explore new things, say new things, and to apply your interests into them. The assignments are not necessarily an inventory of things you have to do, but a prompt in order for you to achieve something with the things that you have learned. Those assignments do take up the majority of your grade. They're 50% of the grades, and that ultimately is where you should be providing most of your time focused on. Number 6, you could contact me a lot of different ways. The best way to contact me is through the Canvas message system. You'll see over to the left, there's a little inbox on your Canvas screen. That's where you can send me messages, and that's ideal. It goes to my email, which is jcain, C-A-I-N, 4 @pasadena.edu. You can also email me directly at jcain4@pasadena.edu, but I prefer that you email me through the Canvas message system because it allows all course communication to be in one place, and it's less likely to get lost in the shuffle. You can expect a reply from me if it's Monday through Thursday during kind of regular class days within 24 hours. And if it's off class days, meaning it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you can expect potentially up to 48 hours for me to get back to you. So that's the way to contact me, preferably through the Canvas inbox to your left or through my email. And please allow me some time to get back, though I will get back to you as soon as possible. Now, 7, I will also be communicating with you. So I'll be communicating with you in a variety of different ways. One, I'll be using the message system in Canvas, which is again the inbox to the left of the Canvas window. Two, I'll be also using Canvas announcements. Those announcements are archived under the Announcements button in the navigation menu, and they also are emailed to you. Be careful though, if you get an announcement and it's emailed to you, please go ahead and go back to Canvas to check it, because if there are any multimedia elements, images, videos, etc. in that announcement, it will not be displayed in your email, in the message in your email. So please, announcements, check them through the Canvas portal, and that's the best way to get the full, complete announcement information. Additionally, the way that I'll be working and communicating with you is in the discussion boards. As you post discussions and interact with your classmates, I'll chime in and hopefully keep things engaged, keep things on topic, and question and challenge you in ways that make your projects better, more articulate, and to help you grow as a designer. All right. Other thing you need to do when you start this class, number 8, read the syllabus. And the syllabus and orientation information is actually all of the stuff on Canvas that starts with 0 point something. So that entire orientation module, please go through that. That has all the important information of how to get help through student services, the grading policy, participation policy, etc. Please go through the syllabus and take careful note that you look through all of it. You can, if you have any questions, you can, of course, email me. And finally, number 9, last but not least. By the end of the course, you should be able to have a working knowledge of After Effects and all its major functions. After Effects is an incredibly complex program. There is no way any single class will reach the end of it, but you will have a foundational knowledge of every corner of it. And hopefully what that's going to leave you is not only with just a strong portfolio of motion graphics, but it'll give you a foundation of how you can continue to learn. By touching every corner of the program, what that's going to allow is you'll see there are so many other online tutorials and plugins and other sorts of add-ons on the internet that you should be able to approach those with a full knowledge of how After Effects works, so that your education will keep going and your work will keep growing and scale to your ideas. Additionally, we're going to cover not only a bit of the history of motion graphics, but look at the field of motion graphics and how that is progressing and where it is growing and where you can use these skills. I think it's really important for you to visualize where you can use these skills and to see what designers are using motion graphics in the most cutting-edge way possible. So you should be able to understand the field and understand the program, as well as how to creatively come up with ideas and execute them. So I would say the course is going to focus on the software, the professional landscape of motion graphics, and the creative way that you can generate graphics, or to create the creative process in which you would work in After Effects. As a general note, this class only covers primarily After Effects. After Effects is good for designing motion, but it's not particularly great for generating content, i.e., it's not necessarily great for generating the typography, generating the images, generating the photographs, etc. that you'd be using in motion. So this class does assume you have some familiarity with Photoshop and Illustrator and other sorts of digital image making tools. We will cover some basic functions of Photoshop, but I hope that you have the confidence and skills to at least gather content so that when we get to moving it around in After Effects, that you will feel good and strong about the images that you're working with. So If you have any other questions, you can email me, jkane4@pasadena.edu, and I look forward to seeing you online. See you soon.